What's going on, guys? ChillisFM here, taking a look at one of the most underutilized Pokemon in the Open Gray League. Today we're taking a look at Shadow Meganium, which is similar to Shadow Machamp in my opinion, right? Regular Machamp, pretty good. Shadow Machamp, absolutely busted. Same thing for Shadow Meganium. That little bit of extra damage that you're getting from the Shadow bonus flips a lot of key matchups. It makes that Frenzy Plant hit like a truck. It makes it so you can easily beat Steel types, especially things like Registeel. This is a Grass type going up against a pure Steel type. You shouldn't be able to win that very often, but with Shadow Meganium, you can go straight Earthquake and win that in the one-shot scenario, which is just bonkers to me. Like, that blows my mind, and I love it. I love it. Now, with that said, I understand why it is underutilized because of it's tough to build around a pure Grass-type Pokemon. It's kind of the same thing that's happening with Lurantis. Lurantis has a completely busted moveset. It's a great Pokemon, but it's tough to build around because of the weaknesses that they have. They're just too common in the meta. It's hard to cover for them all with one Pokemon, but I think that I've done a pretty good job at finding a team that does work here. I did go positive on the day with this team, including two 4-1 sets, or I guess I should say a 4-1 and a 4-0 in one, because one of them did have a tie at the end of it. So yeah, this team did work for me, and I think it would work even better if you have a Trevenant in Medichamp's place. Trevenant is going to do the exact same thing as Medicham, but even better. It's going to lure out the fire types. It's going to lure out the flyers. Medicham, not that good at luring out fire types, of course. It's going to lure out poison types typically, and it's going to be able to get shields back from all of them. So I do think that it would be better with Trevenant. Unfortunately, I don't have a Great League Trevenant, at least not a good one. So if you do, run it, seriously. I do think this team would be pretty busted with Trevenant. I'm going to be looking for some to trade this week. I'm probably not going to find one before the end of the week, but I'm going to keep that in mind for future Great Leagues. All right, let's jump on into some of these battles. I've talked enough about Shadow Meganium itself. Let's see how it is in battle. Leave a like, leave a comment down below. We're going to be throwing the Icicle Spear against this Nidoqueen. And that's going to be taking them out, so that is perfect for us. We're going to be chunking another Icicle Spear into the Scrafty. Scrafty, not really something we love to see. However, Shadow Meganium can take it out easily with one Frenzy Plant, and they're going to be coming back in with the Lickitung. By the way, these first two teams are very weak to fighting. I saw some crazy teams today. These first two teams were like double and triple weak to fighting. I also saw a lot of teams that were ABA weak to charm, and I saw a lot of A9s today, so I don't understand that. But hey, run what you want, I guess. I guess it's the Wild West of the Open Gray League. We're going to go for the Frenzy Plant here against this Scrafty. They're going to be throwing the Power Punch. Now, if this was a foul play, I could probably shield it and make it to the next Frenzy Plant, since it only takes 5 Vine Whips to the third Frenzy Plant. However, since it was going to be a Power Punch, I wasn't sure if I was going to make it, so I tank it. I'm going to throw this next Icicle Spear, which pushes them deep into the red, and look at this. They throw the next Power Punch, which allows us to sneak a Vine Whip, and that's going to give us the game. That's going to be GG's. Well played to my opponent. Remember, with the new update, if you throw a charge move on alignment, your opponent is going to sneak a fast move, and that allowed me to win the game there. Whereas if they would have just gone straight counter, it would have been a tie more than likely. So GG's, well played. I know we're all still getting used to these new mechanics, but I also did run into quite a few people doing that today. So if you're a viewer of the channel, learn from it, right? Yeah, that's how we get better. All right. Into this one, we are able to completely counter down the Vigoroth. Beautiful. They're going to come in with Talonflame. Now watch this. Even though I'm at 100 energy, I'm going to throw 2 counters and then throw the Psychic. If I threw immediately, they're still getting an Incinerate through, so I might as well get the damage from the 2 counters. And now I try to throw 2 more counters to get to the Psychic. Unfortunately, we get some lag there, so I end up throwing the Ice Punch instead. That's alright, because it does grab a shield. Now they are at 3 Incinerates. This could be the Brave Bird when I come back in with the Walrein. But I'm like, you know, I'm just going to call it. I don't think you're going to Brave Bird. and they flame charge. So absolutely beautiful. You'd love to see it. They're going to come in now with a Ferrothorn. Very cool. Another grass type that you don't see a whole lot that is pretty strong still. But this one, of course, double weak to fire, makes it a little bit awkward. And Ferrothorn, unlike Shadow Meganium, cannot beat Registeel. So we're going to come in now with our Shadow Meganium, and we're going to be building up to the Earthquake. Earthquake, of course, going to be hitting for neutral versus the Frenzy Plant, which would be hitting for double resisted. They're only throwing Power Whips. They don't have Flash Cannon, so we can easily tank a second one and go for the EQ. It connects, takes out the Ferrothorn. They're coming back in with a Talonflame. We reached the Frenzy Plant, and even though this is a double resisted move, it's from a Shadow Meganium, and it's taken out the Talonflame. You love to see it. GG's, well played to my opponent. Shadow Meganium absolutely putting in work. Alright, into the next one. Great lead for us, Altaria. They're going to be swapping out into a Stunfisk. Now, you did see me think for just a second there. I was thinking, yeah, this might be a double steel team, so I decided to come in with Shadow Meganium in case I need Medicham to handle a steel type in the back. Again, Shadow Meganium can handle most steel types very well, but Medicham is just going to be that stronger answer. Now in this matchup, we can go straight Frenzy Plant and win it. We will have to eat a second Rock Slide. Shadow Meganium will be able to hold on right here. Even my Shadow Meganium, which isn't the best IVs, they do no bubble there, which is a good play, I think, by my opponent. Because they want an extra farm on Altaria. Now, unfortunately, Altaria's extra farm doesn't do a ton for it. Because Dragon Breath just doesn't charge energy very quickly. And in the meantime, we're going to be able to chip away with 2 Frenzy Plants. Again, they're double resistant Frenzy Plants. You're going to see a lot of that. I end up throwing double resistant moves because I have to. But if that's the situation, you always want to go Frenzy Plant over Earthquake, with them both being double resisted, because Frenzy Plant is just a very strong move and it gets that same type attack bonus. So they end up doing the exact same amount of damage, even though Earthquake is a more expensive move. Now, I didn't read the line correctly. Unfortunately, it's not another steel type in the back. It's going to be a Deoxys defense, which is not something that Medicham does very well against, especially since they have Thunderbolt. But we still got shields, they still have shields. We're going to be able to chip away with these Ice Punches, and we get there more quickly than they get to Thunderbolts. So actually not too bad. I'm going to go ahead and throw up a shield right here. They're going to be throwing the Cycle Boost and dipping out into Altaria. Now, my Switch Clock isn't up, and I go for the Ice Punch here, which is 100% my lose con. If they no-shield that, and then they farm down with their Deoxys defense, potentially they could have got to 2 Cycle Boost and just won the game. Luckily for me, they did shield it up, so I'm able to come in with our Wall Rain, farm all the way down. We have the Icicle Spear ready to go, and that's going to be GG's. Well played to my opponent. I definitely lucked out though. They misplayed that. I don't know that they would have won if they no-shielded it, but it would have been pretty close. All right, into the next one. Up against a Magcargo lead. Definitely not something you see all the time in the Open Great League, but hey, it's the Wild Wild West, right? So we're gonna go ahead and show up the potential Stone Edge. It is going to be a Rock Tomb. We could have survived it, but that's all right. They're gonna be swapping out into Cresselia. And I throw an Icicle Spear, which in hindsight, absolutely terrible play by me because of my attack was already dropped. It did nothing. And then I tried to catch a Grass Knot, and we're unsuccessful there as well. They're going to be throwing the Moonblast. We do tank one pretty easily. However, the second one will be threatening us. So I am going to go ahead and go for the Frenzy Plant before they make it to the second Moonblast. We'll see if they want to throw up a shield. They do not, and they survive with just a little bit of health, which is super unfortunate because I don't want to go down 2 shields. I'm going to go ahead and eat this Moonblast. And I'm going to come in with Medicham because I'm thinking they probably have a second answer for Medicham in the back, but they blind swap out into Magcargo, which is just beautiful for me because now I can shield up the potential overheat right here and just counter all the way down. It is the overheat. These Incinerates are going to be doing absolutely nothing. And yes, we do get the full farm down almost at 100 energy. If that Crest comes in, we can counter it down before they get to a Moonblast. What are they going to be coming in with? It's going to be an Azumarill. So again, I throw one counter and then the Psychic, even though I was at 100 energy, they were going to get a bubble through regardless. So we didn't lose out on anything there. Going to be building up a little extra energy, going for the next Psychic. Do we get the second shield right here? No, we do not. They do understand that the Psychic is going to be doing less damage than the Earthquake. Now, I stay in here because I wanted them to throw their energy before I get to the next Psychic. They do that, and yes, the Play Rough does take us out. Walrein, absolutely loaded with energy, going to be going straight for the EQ. They do respect it and throw up a shield. Can I outpace to the next one? No, I cannot. They do make it to the play rough right here. I need to take out this Azumarill, and the Cresselia is still alive. Now, Cresselia should not make it to a charge move, but we have to be aware of them being able to catch. So, again, I was able to throw on the second turn of a 3-turn bubble right there. But then I make a huge mistake and I throw on alignment here. They're able to catch on Cresselia. I no bubble, and we do get the farm down. Azumarill 2 bubbles away from the next charge move. Luckily, Walrein was only 2 powder snows away from the icicle spear, so we do still get the win here. But that was a great catch by my opponent and a pretty big misplay on my part. All right, into the next one. Up against Reezy. I feel like Reezy's been in a lot of my videos lately. He's a great battler. We've just happened to be around the same elo range. I think I've even played him a couple times that haven't been in videos. I've just been playing him a ton. Phenomenal battler. I've shouted him out in the past, but if you haven't already, check him out on Twitch. He's streaming quite a bit more often. Right now, it is the summertime. He's a teacher himself. So definitely a great battler to watch. Very good at explaining his decisions, and just a very entertaining battler to watch. All right, so I'll put a link to his channel in the description. Check him out. But we are in the Meganium. We are in the Metacham mirror right here, and he does throw the psychic before I make it to the next one. Debatably, I should have gone for the ice punch there, but I'm expecting there to be a Bastiodon in the back here, right? You see a Shadow Vic, you expect a Bastiodon. So I know energy on this Meganium is going to be very good. Unfortunately, Metacham is running Power Up Punch, and I showed the first one, so now I have to catch the second one on our Walrein. We're basically just sacking this, but we expect a Bastiodon in the back regardless. So, like, Walrein's not going to do anything anyway, so we're going to go ahead and just sack it. It's fine. We get a little bit of chip with the icicle spear. Now this all comes down to a bait. I'm going to go for the frenzy plant first. If he expects the earthquake, we're going to see a shield here. And yes, we get the shield. Now we're going to be able to outpace to the earthquake. I really should have done one more vine whip though. I could have got one more in right there. Earthquake one-shots the Bastiodon, but this Shadow Vic still alive. Can we make it to the next Frenzy Plant? Yes, we do, with 1 HP. But remember, the Metacham is still alive. Frenzy Plant takes out the Vic, but it's going to be a tie here. So well played to Reezy. What a battle. Unfortunately, blocks me from the 5-0, but is what it is. Always good to battle you, man. All right. That's going to be it for today. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment down below. Let me know what league you're running and what team you are running. I'm really curious to see what is going on out there. That's going to be it for today. And until next time, this is ChillisFM reminding you to always keep pushing forward.